And we are just hours away from the start of today's No Kings protests. More than 2,500 events are scheduled in cities across the country. In this latest round of demonstrations against President Trump's policies, an organizer for the movement telling our very own Chris Cuomo that the protests will be, quote, peaceful but vigorous. NewsNation's Maddie Biertempfel is live in Washington for us. Good morning, Maddie. So what can we expect today and very soon, in a couple of hours?
Good morning, Hena. Yeah, this demonstration here in D.C. is expected to take place on the National Mall, but organizers say there will be protests in every single state. Now, according to the No Kings website, the protests are being run by a coalition of groups, including the ACLU, the Sierra Club, Planned Parenthood, and many more. Organizers say this will be a nonviolent demonstration focused on defending democracy and protesting what they believe are the president's efforts to crack down on constitutionally protected rights. They're also opposed to the president's immigration policies and other actions. Organizers say they expect millions to participate across the U.S. Now, some Republicans in Congress have slammed the planned protests. House Speaker Mike Johnson Friday called it a Hate America rally, saying that it would draw the, quote, pro-Hamas wing of the party. Democrats and event organizers condemned his comments.
Not only is this a movement that is guided by nonviolence, not only have we trained tens of thousands of people in de-escalation tactics, but he is trying to impute the idea that this is a terrorist movement because he's denouncing his opposition. He can oppose our ideas all he wants, but he should be celebrating and embracing our right to protest. No one on our side is itching for violence.
Now, this is the second No Kings protest this year. The first one happened in June. On the same day, a military parade rolled through D.C. in celebration of the Army's 250th birthday, which also coincided with President Trump's birthday.
And Maddie, we know multiple states are ramping up security ahead of today's events. What do we know about that?
Yeah, several states, Republican governors, including Virginia and Texas, have put their National Guard on standby for these protests. It comes amid heightened concerns about large public gatherings, especially ones that are political in nature. Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered National Guard troops into Austin, saying in a post on X that Texas will not tolerate chaos. Now, the use of the National Guard for protests has been controversial recently. President Trump has pushed to send federal troops to states where he says crime and protests over his immigration policies have gotten out of control. Democrats leading many of those cities say that a military presence isn't needed for these kinds of demonstrations. Hena.
Maddie Biertempfel, we'll see how today plays out live from our nation's capital. Thank you so much, Maddie.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.